Hi there, so today I want to talk about baby proofing. So if you're looking at this, your baby is probably starting to move around, or in the next month or so, you would imagine that they will be. Olivia started moving at about 9 months, she started crawling, and then very quickly she progressed to pulling herself up and shuffling around. So we were like, oh my god, we have to baby proof ASAP. The first thing that we looked at was sharp edges, because I used to have Olivia when she first started shuffling. She used to shuffle around this coffee table here, and the edges used to frighten the life out of me. So we bought two things, okay? The first thing we bought was these edges. These are little plasticky, kind of like thick plastic. You pop them on the edge and they take away the impact. Now, we weren't happy enough with them, to be honest with you. I felt that this table here gets marble, and it's a thin marble. So even if she hit her head of this bit here on the not on the edge, it would still really hurt her. So I wanted to get something for the full coffee table and something that was thicker. So that's where we bought this guy, and this is amazing. It's really thick, and you get these edges for them as well, which means that, like, obviously it looks like a snooker table or something. Now it's not very pretty, but it's not awful either. It's like, it's neutral colored, and it's like, keep my baby safe, because she does fall around the place here, and this has been used multiple times. She's also had a grand chew off the corner over that side, so it has doubled up as a bit of a teether. So I would recommend something like this if you've any sharp edges. Plus, if you have a round table, like, you can make this adjust. Like, obviously they're not going to work because they're for just corners. Now we're going to use these outdoor because we have, again, we did not think about baby before we designed our garden, and we've really sharp edges out there as well. So we're going to put these out there just to kind of, like, you know, keep it a bit safer for her. Obviously she's always going to be watched out there, but still, it's frightened the life out of you. So that is corners. The second thing that we looked at was baby gates. So we got one gate to the bottom and one gate to the top of the stairs. So first off, it's important to note that if you have a stairs, you probably want one at the bottom, one at the top. It actually seems like a really easy job, and then when you go to look at it, dimensions can be funny. I think my husband had to do is he had to buy extra bits for the gates. I would recommend, if you're shopping for a stair gate, get your dimensions really right. Try to avoid extensions if you can, because even though logically you think, oh, that's going to solve my problem, it didn't 100% for us, and we did end up having to drill them into the wall. So I just wanted to point that out. The next thing I want to point out is the toilet. So probably haven't thought about it, but actually your toilet is quite hazardous to your baby. You know, the disinfectant things you hang in the side rim of the toilet, they're obviously poisonous. And then the other thing is, it's a drowning hazard. So we got this system for the toilet. This basically, you just push these in, and it releases the toilet, releases off the valve, and then you can lift the toilet seat up. So it just basically secures the toilet seat down, so you can't actually move it up and down. So that system is called Lindam. I will leave links to all of these in the description below, just to point that out. I think that was Amazon as well. So that's how we solved the toilet problem. The other thing that we got is for all our presses. So, you know, obviously we have a TV stand here in the living room. We have a console here as well, where a drinks cabinet, really, that, you know, and obviously there's like glass and stuff in that. So we had to secure this, and we also had to secure all the cabinets inside the kitchen. So what we got for that is this magnetic system. It's called AYCORN, and basically, so you put this on the inside of your cabinet door, and then there's another little one as well in there, and when you put the magnet over the cabinet door, it releases the latch and you can open it. So it's a magnetic system to lock it, basically. Now you do have the ability to lock and unlock. Is it going to do it here? Yeah, so you can actually lock and unlock that there as well if you want. So if you decide, actually, one cupboard is quite safe, I'm going to leave that open so the baby feels happy to truffle away. That's actually what I do. I have a cupboard in the kitchen that's full of medal bottles and stuff that I know they're safe for her, and she loves like truffling around in it, and I know she's safe in it, so I leave that door open, so she feels like when she goes over, she opens it, she's being a bit bold and she can have a truffle, and it kind of satisfies that, and, you know, reduces the trying to truffle into the other ones, which are obviously locked, but sometimes she spots it if it's open if you're in it. Really recommend the system. The only problem is we got 4 of these magnets and we now only have 2. We have no idea where they went to. I'm assuming they got thrown out along the way, so even more would be really handy, especially since we use them in 2 different rooms, so we now only have 1 per room, so we're really vigilant about where we put them and to try not to lose them again. So that's the only thing, and I've heard other people who have that system who say the same thing, that they've lost the magnets, so potentially extra magnets might be handy, AYCORN. But other than that, we really like it. The next thing I want to talk about is the TV. Obviously the TV is like a really weighty item that you want to make sure that your baby isn't able to pull it off a cabinet or a TV stand. So we got these TV straps specifically, and they are secured into the wall and secured onto the TV, so that is secure. The other thing we got is chrome legs for our floating cabinet here in the living room. Quite another weighty item. It is is secured into the wall, but we just wanted to make sure that it had that extra support. So we got these individual chrome legs, and they're not like drilled in or anything, they're just pushed in by pressure, and it just gives it a bit more support. So that if you have a floating cabinet, I probably recommend something like that as well. We also got BabyDan finger protectors for our doors. They are a translucent colour, so they're super not invasive on your decor, and they've held up really well actually, and Olivia loves to open and close doors, so this is something that has really put my mind at ease. And another thing that I really love about them is that when you want to close your door, you can stick them on the door handle, so it means that they don't get lost, and we have a cat who'd flick them around the house, so this is fab. The last thing that we got would be these straps, and we have these on all of our chest of drawers and bedside lockers upstairs, because there's one thing Olivia loves to do, it's have a good old truffle in a drawer, and she's even like tried to, I'm sure she's not the first baby to try to climb into the drawers when she's everything pulled out. Obviously it's really dangerous because they lean on the drawer and next thing it lands on them. Now the one thing we didn't do is we didn't get anything for preventing her getting into the drawers upstairs. We didn't get it because, to be honest with you, in the last couple of weeks I noticed that she is able to, she now knows, because she has caught her fingers a lot, there's been lots of tears over her fingers caught in drawers, so she kind of knows now that when she's closing her drawers to push it out and doesn't get her fingers caught in it anymore. So you know, they kind of learn that one. Just one last thing that we did was we secured all our mirrors that were leaning against walls up on the walls, so that everything is just up out of the way, because like when you go into a room, I just want to know that the baby, obviously I have to keep an eye on her and mind her, but like the hazardous things are, you know, that are okay. So the things you need to really look out for are sharp edges, stairs, like poisonous items, like moving them into cabinets that are either up high or locked with these kind of safety systems that I was telling you about, just to make sure that all of these hazardous items are out of their reach, because they will be like a moth to a flame to them. So that's everything I wanted to run through with you guys. I hope you found it helpful and that it will help you to baby-proof your house more easily, because I know that my husband put a lot of research. It was actually a job that was passed over to him. He put a lot of research into all these products, so I hope it helps you. If you have any questions or if you have any recommendations or comments, do leave them in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you, and if you would like to subscribe, that would be amazing. Click on the bell and that'll remind you every time I release a video, and if you press on the like button if you enjoyed this video as well, that would be great. Thanks a million guys, see you soon.